And Fanxi, what time in the morning is it there in China?
8.
8 in the morning on Friday, right?
Yeah. I have to get up early.
Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Should I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And yeah, I just put out the 4 images I submitted for the summer show. And I think I talked a little about my project before on our first meeting. So like I went back to China after a year and a half. I really wanted to, because of the quarantine and everything going on in the US, I really wanted to like um get a peaceful mind like after I came back. So I want to reconnect with my home city and also with all of my friends, my family. But after landing, I immediately went to the quarantine, and I was reflecting on my. So I saw many of my friends posting on social media, and I realized that they have already, because I graduated last year from college, so like most of my friends do have also graduated, and the friends back home, they all started their new like life journey, like they started working or they went to another place for school. It's very it was like very frustrating to see everyone who I used to like play with a lot, hang out a lot, they are on the track that I didn't know anything about. And also I came back from the US, they also didn't know what was going on there. So this kind of disconnection really, I think, sets up the tone for this project. And it's like, so I wander a lot in my city by myself, just to take photos and I don't know, maybe trying to reconnect in my own way. And so I'm really attracted to lights and shadows, and I'm also taking like black and white, just so I don't know, I feel like it makes it like the lack of color makes it more pure, or like I don't know, it delivers the information in the way I want it. So yeah. And I I used to ask my friends to be models a lot, but in this project I wasn't able to, because like they're pretty busy, and I didn't have that much time with them. Yeah. So these are the images I made during the process. So this one was one of the photos with my friends, and I really like this one. I think I'm still not sure if it's like chemical or light leak, but I really feel the power of this shape. It I don't know, it just makes me feel like it's going up, and also my friend's face is lifting up. They're really consistent together. And here's another one I really like. I think it was interesting that when I posted in the group, Michael said that it's like looks like human hair, because I think because the previous image was the one with my friend, and she also has like really long hair. It just reminds people of, just connecting these two together. Um, I think after thinking about what Michael said, I think lots of my images does have this kind of like human shape, maybe like references to humans, um, because I really wanted the human connection I wasn't able to get during quarantine. But then after I came back, I still wasn't able to get a lot of that. Yeah, so yeah.
Sorry, I was muted. There's a real sense of I get a sense of loss in this like work. I mean, it's not a. it's not a sense of sadness like with loss. It's really just like this sort of like emptiness, but like an intimacy as well, which is one of the things I really enjoy about it. And there's really, to me, there's something really powerful about juxtaposing the figure against like, you know, the landscape as separate images as well, particularly when I think about like the body of work that you have in your portfolio, and how human centered they are. And one of the things that I have loved about your work is there's this there's a sense of intimacy with the human form, and it's not like a sexual intimacy. It's a like a emotional intimacy, and the way, like particularly in the image that we had in Soledad last fall, the holding of the hands, and there's this physicality to it, and I think the black and white really like it just pulls you into another dimension. It just feels like another time, you know. So it really suits the ideal of memory a lot for me. And it's very interesting because I was attracted to your work before, and then when you talked about what you wanted to do in the last art lab project, and then it just sort of your ideal sort of fell apart because of the continuation of quarantines and all the effects of it and everything, which is I think is probably one of the more surreal effects of the last year and a half, is just the longevity of this whole thing and the way it just seems to keep dragging on and reappearing, and you know.
Yeah.
So in terms of where are you going with this art lab? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm just interested in giving the continuity to it so people understand.
Yeah, so in this art lab, I have been doing this. I'm like continuing this project, but I was able to ask some of my friends to do like things I want to do again, and I started shooting at my own house. So especially like my bedroom and the living room, the stuff like the place I spend lots of time in, and I have lots of stuff from my like childhood or like youth age that I felt really connected. And yeah, I just started to take more of like the indoor images, and maybe I will also take a little of like the outside too, but this time it leaning more towards with like working with my friends, and yeah, for them to be the models.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Are you? How's the rain situation where you're at in China? Because I've seen some news lately about how bad it is.
Yeah, it was actually we just had a typhoon passing by, but fortunately our my home city wasn't like influenced that. It's just like heavily raining, but we weren't flooded. But yeah, I know like the Henan province, it was like far away. It's far
Far-
away from where I am now. So yeah, they did have really heavy flooding and stuff.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to forget to ask you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah, you're totally welcome.